Hello and good morning. Welcome back to the vlog. Thank you so much for joining us and being here. I don't know what that was. Super busy real estate day, but this is the start of a new series here. And I think this is actually going to help a lot of people that are looking to make a move in 2024 that is kind of being overlooked, maybe is the right word, understated, definitely. But anyway, let's get right into the vlog. First and foremost, if you're on YouTube and you have not yet hit subscribe, what are you doing? Hit subscribe. We got like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, new videos. Anyway, today, I have a client that is starting a renovation, actually. We bought a house back in November of 2023. I helped facilitate. I had no financial interest in this home, I should be clear. But I did help this particular client sell a home. Actually came as a for sale by owner, which I generally do not cold call, FSBOs, expires, and none of that, because that's not how I want to get business. I want to get business through attraction and through people coming to me because I did a great job for someone else, and or they need someone to work at the highest level possible, not just open a door for them. So anyway, having said that, they bought a home back in November, and we got them a ridiculous deal in this neighborhood, but they had trouble kind of seeing the vision of what this home could be. And so the reason I think this is going to help a lot of people out is because I always have the vision of what could be. And I don't just mean like switching out countertops and putting new cabinets in and changing the flooring, like opening up walls and how things will flow. And that's always, I mean, I think the garage is a pretty good example of that. Even though it's just a garage and a mudroom, that space is so functional. And I could see it long before any blueprints were made, any walls were, put up, anything. So we're going to go over to this house. I'm going to kind of give you the before, what this thing kind of looked like before. They're not changing a ton as far as like the structural piece goes. But as soon as I walked in this home, I was like, this is the home for them, because we saw a townhome that looked just like this. It was a little more updated than this one is. But they really wanted a single family home and not a townhome because of the share of walls thing. But this home is great because it has basically no yard for zero maintenance. It does have like a little patio in the back where you can sit out and have your coffee or eat dinner or whatever you want to do right off the kitchen here. You'll see it in just a moment. But anyway, hooked up my contractor, Truett Taylor, who's amazing, by the way. He's done countless projects around our home and is starting a master bath here in just a little while, which is going to be a whole nother series. But anyway, let's get over to this house real quick, kind of show you what we're working with, and hopefully Truett can give us a little insight as to what he's going to do. But also, I brought him in during the negotiations just to say, look, this home is X, and we're going to get it for Y, and then they want it to look like Z. That may not be the best way to describe this. Nevertheless, let's go. One other quick thought. The value of this series hopefully will be that you can see the before and after, yes, but also that you see the vision of what things can be, because I think way too many people... I just spilled my coffee. Shoot! Hold on. I guess I have to hold it now. The value of this series is going to be that a lot of people see a home price for $800,000 or $1 million or 1.25 or whatever they see it priced for, and they see it on the market for like 20 or 30 or 40 days and they go, oh, it's not worth that. Well, you may be right, but you also may be wrong, because real estate's so cyclical that you can't really, like, even a 30-day time frame now is like, it's not that long. I know a lot of people that have been in the business for a long time are going, yeah, no doubt. But the people that have only been in the business like me for like 5 years are going, why isn't this house selling in 3 days? And so, we try to price property appropriately so that it will sell quickly and accomplish our clients' goals. But, every once in a while you run across a house that is overpriced. And in this case, that was the case. And there were a lot of homes that in that neighborhood that were going for kind of in that same range. I think these were like $750 to like $850 in that general range. I think the last one in there got listed for like $825. And to me, that's just a very poor job of pricing. I mean, those homes have been sitting on the market for 30, 45, 60, 90 days now. And so, knowing what this neighborhood is worth, is obviously where we start. But I think the real value here is going to be that there are people out there that are not making decisions based on an asking price. And so I think 2024 is going to be the opportunity for a lot of people to get into something at $50,000, $25,000, $75,000 off of asking, because you have aspirational sellers that are reaching back a year or 2 or 3 going, what, that house down the road sold for this, and why isn't my house selling for that? Because we're not in that market anymore, and that's just the reality of things. Now, have values gone up? Yes. Have interest rates gone up? Yes. And so when those two things happen, generally one breaks, and so the interest rates are starting to come down a little bit, which means if we get more inventory, that your values are going to basically stabilize. Now, if we don't get more inventory and interest rates come down, then yeah, we're gonna have a real problem here, because there's gonna be a ton of people looking to buy and nothing for them to buy, aka 2020, 2021, that time frame. So anyway, the reason this is going to be valuable is because a lot of people can't see the vision, they can't see what this house could be, or any house could be, but they also think that things are not negotiable, and that is simply not true. So we actually looked at like 2 or 3 homes in this neighborhood. I'm here now, by the way, and there was one, the one we bought was $775 originally priced. There's one that's still on the market that was started at $800, and then there was another one on the market for $785 or $795, somewhere in there, also has not sold. So now we got this house for $720. Let's let that marinate for a second. Yeah, so $55,000 off. Now, there are issues with this home that could not just simply be, you know, paint that wall and fit. There are problems, but the problems are manageable, and we negotiated, obviously, to fix several of them. So anyway, let's see if we can get you in this house real quick, introduce you to Truett Taylor Construction, and yeah, let's see what we got going on here real quick. Let me figure out how to turn my car off. There it is. Okay, so a little loud in there, some demo happening, as you can imagine, but I did shoot a little video here. So just in the kitchen area, they've got this little like bar, kind of pantry, separate area from the kitchen there, little hallway that leads you down to the kitchen. And then the kitchen, they're going to do cabinets and countertops and new paint and new walls, and they're keeping the same layout, which was one of the things that they really wanted to change, but unfortunately the cost is significantly more considering the other work that they want to do. So anyway, but they're also doing the master bedroom, the master bathroom, and those are not cheap either. But the way that they're reworking that, and the next time I come by here, I've got to come back by here like tomorrow, I think. So when I come back by, I'll give you guys like a full rundown of the whole thing, but of the master bedroom and bathroom. But it's going to be amazing. And honestly, so $775, they got it for $720. They're probably going to put 100-ish into it, and I say that because that was their original budget. Now, whether or not that actually happens is a whole nother thing, but 80 to 100 is kind of where we were thinking they would probably end up. So really, you know, to be back into that house for 8 to 820 for this area in Sandy Springs is A, really hard to do right now, and B, if we hadn't gotten the deal on the front end, that wouldn't allow them to do this renovation on this level. So anyway, having said all of that, I think a lot of people are missing the opportunity to buy an $800,000 home, as an example, get it for $750, put 50 into it, and then have not an 800, but like an 825 or an $850,000 home. Now, the value still is yet to be seen in here, because there are still a couple of properties that are still overpriced, that even those have actually been renovated and done, and so we can't really prove any sort of today value, if you will, but time will tell, and this is going to take about a month or so. So we'll check back in on this one. This is not like a full-blown garage series or anything, but at least I don't know, 3 or 4 or 5 episodes just to show you guys the process and what they're doing, how they're doing it, why they're doing what they're doing. I think is really important, because they're deleting a couple of things that were original, but in today's market and for today's buyer, they don't add any value. So anyway, hopefully this is valuable insight for you guys to see, and then we can talk more. If you guys ever have any questions, by the way, just leave them down in the comments, and be happy to address them. Trying to keep these new episodes short and sweet and tight and short and sweet. Yeah, let's just short and sweet. Because I want to, and that's what seems to make the most sense. So if you have not yet subscribed, make sure that you do that. If you're on Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn or anywhere else, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully in 2024 we can deliver some real value here and bring you what you want, in addition to any questions you have, any ideas for content that you have. Stuff like this obviously is going to be fun because you get to see befores and afters and the whole process. And then we can kind of talk we can talk through the numbers and talk about like why certain decisions were made. And obviously no one makes the same decisions about their home. It's a very personal thing, but financially speaking, there are some things that are just tried and true. And so master bathrooms and bedrooms, primaries, and kitchens and flooring and paint, and a lot of these things are 100% ROI. Like, you will get your money right back out of them, especially in this type of market. So anyway, thank you for watching. Appreciate you so much. We got to get to 5 other things, so we'll talk to you later. Bye.